Привет and welcome back to Novosplovo, friends. Welcome back to City Skylines and our tundra-themed City Skylines map. Last episode, we built the Hammer, which is the residential place to live in this city. So what about the sickle then? If you're going to build the Hammer in any kind of USSR, like Soviet-themed build, you're obviously going to want the sickle. Now, we could put the sickle over here to mirror the Hammer, but what is the sickle going to be? If you look at our Rico, we've got no demand really for residential, a reasonable demand for commercial, and a high demand for industry and offices. Our money is okay, we're in the green. We're not getting population though, we're losing it. 100 a week, but we broke that 3,600, which means we saw the next milestone. Now, some interesting stats. If you take a look at the graphs, you can see that our population has kind of spiked, plateaued out, and then spiked again. And I think this plateau was when I started to put down ploppable Rico, and it wasn't really doing much for us. But when I went back to placing down real zones, we started to get a big population increase. So I'm going to stay away where I can from ploppable Rico because it's not that reliable. But what else has happened? Our taxation has been pretty good. City value, that's always on the up, it looks like. The budget just gets better and better. Treasury, oh, that comes and goes. But I mean, that kind of like reflects how much we spend, which is a fair enough graph. How about employment? Okay, so employment's always near enough 90%. We're on a downturn at the moment, which is why we definitely need more industrial. But as long as we stay above that kind of like 90% roughly area, I think we're happy. Tourists, we shouldn't have too many tourists. Yeah, okay, so we had five tourists so far is the maximum. And the tourist tax income, no, that's not really there at all, is it? Happiness though, happiness is okay. We want that to be much higher though. Like back in the 90s, well, back in 2019 when it was up in the 90s, that's a good place to be. Cyclists. Oh, so you can see how many cyclists you have. What's the birth rate, the death rate? Whoa, that spiked. I guess people were being born here, but then they all of a sudden started dying. So maybe that's a reason why we're losing population is they're just dying, right? People get old and they die. So anyway, enough of graphs. We're going to start building the sickle today. Now, I said that I wanted industrial, but what I want is specialty industrial. I'm not sure if we've unlocked that yet. Let's take a look, but it doesn't look like we can yet. Should have placed the industrials at safe distance from residential. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty far away. I mean, there's some guys down here that might be a bit miffed at all the gas. But for the most part, that's pretty far away from all the residential that we've got. And that puts us in the clear, in the green. In the green, definitely. Oh, people are moving in again. Great stuff. I'm not sure what we did, but we made somebody happy there. So we're going to hit pause so we don't waste any time. Oh, well, no, let's keep the game going, because as the game goes on, we earn cash, and we always need that. Can we get out the next level of loans yet? No, we can't. We need a population of, whoa, 14,000 before we can do that. We can pay off some of these loans, which might be worth doing, because if we pay off the loan, we can then take it again to get even more cash, a bigger cash injection. But let's just leave it there ticking over for the time being. Everything looks okay. Now, you guys mentioned that Novosplovo Square is not really a square. It's more like an oblong. Well, in Russia, oblong is square. A rectangle is a much stronger shape than a square. So that's absolutely fine by us. We've got the money now to put down our very iconic statue. So that's something we could do. In fact, let's take a look at that and remind ourselves what it looks like. Because, oh, it's a beast. No, it definitely wasn't that one. Homeland, mother is calling 1-to-1. Oh yeah, look at her. She looks stunning. She is stunning. So we could put her down there and paint some pavement around the rest. It costs 50 grand, but you know what? I feel like it might be worth it. What are the other sides to it? So it's got an upkeep of $400 a week, and it does have a visitor capacity, so it will pull in some population. We could actually move it away from the square, put it down in Putin Plaza, and that'll kind of get some guys coming over here and visiting that, and we can put some nice commercial zones over here to up the likelihood that people are going to visit this area to do things like shopping and tourism. But that's a really good idea. It's quite close to Novosplovo Square. And Putin Plaza, why not, right? It almost looks like this hole was made for her. Should we do it? I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. We'll think about that later, because we've got to get to building the sickle. What's this guy? Oh, he's too small. He's pathetic. And he costs $50,000. What's this? That's a bit more impressive. What is it, though? I don't even know what that means. Now, also, one of the viewers, a guy called Seze, gave to me a new prop, a new assets sign thing. Oh, there's a fire there. That'll be taken care of, though, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Boys are already on the scene. Novosplovo's finest. All voluntary, of course. It's a 100% voluntary fire department. The only thing I pay for is the vehicles and the property. These guys lay their lives on the line for absolutely no cost. So they're the real heroes in Novosplovo. So yeah, two things. The assets compilation has been put together. I'm sorry that this wasn't available for the first episode, but it took me a long time to get everything I'd subscribed to into one collection, and now that's available, and the link should be in this video and the videos going backwards. So check that out if you want to keep up and download the assets I've downloaded. You don't have to just have those, you can have those assets and more because of the game works, but there's also some mods in there, and I don't enable all of them. So if some of them make your game crash, watch out for that. They also need, I think, probably the winter map mod, maybe the mass transit mod, and perhaps some of the other DLC, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that. So downloader beware, they might not work for you, but if you want to check it out, please do. And Seze said that his custom sign is in the parks section. So let's see if we can find it in parks. I'm not sure if it has a preview. Oh, no, here we go. Novosplovo sign. Welcome, comrade, to Novosplovo. Now, it does have an upkeep and a visitor capacity, but 8 credits a week for $300. This is a dream come true. So let's plop this down, and I think, honestly, the perfect place for this to go is probably... Oh, look at that. It almost fits perfectly. Let's check the orientation there. What does this look like when it goes down? Oh, okay, so it's facing the wrong way, or is it? Actually, both those sides are white. Oh, but it's blocked by that power line. So maybe we can just do some adjustments here with our power grid to make that look a bit prettier. Bam, there we go. And now we can erase this power line to make sure the sign has maximum beautification. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, wait, no, this thing needs power. Really? It needs power? Welcome, comrade. Oh, look at those guys. Now, that is, of course, Ivanovich Dragunov. He invented the sniper rifle. And that is Mikhaila 47. She invented the AK-47. And that's their son, obviously, Ivan Drogo, who famously got beaten by Rocky in Rocky 5. Novosplovo's greatest disappointment. Okay, right, so where are we then? Forgetting about the sign, check out the assets pack in the collections. It's called, well, there's a link to it in the description. So yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. In fact, I'm going to take a screenshot of this to put as the icon for it. Kablamo. So where are we going to put down the sickle? We're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here. We're getting very distracted, but earning cash, people are moving in, and our population's on the rise. It's always good to see. Maybe this probable Rico got fixed in a patch or something, because patches download in the background all the time, and things get changed. Even when you subscribe to them, they get automatically updated. So, you know, there you go. Let's take a look, though, and see if we can isolate some of the regions with valuable ores. Now, we mentioned before, oh, it just feels like a waste now, because the landfill... Hang on a sec. Whoa. The snow dump is 2% full. Landfill, 78% full. Uh-oh. So we're going to need two things. We're going to need a new place for a new landfill. And we're also going to need a new place for industry. And I like the idea of getting some of this oil out of here. However, we are kind of constrained by the fact that I don't think we can put down specialty industrial yet. Let me check, because I know for a fact that it is to do with districts. So if we cordon off some of this area here, and we can assign this as an oil district. Oh, we can't actually go below this area because we haven't bought it yet. But tell you what, let's go to the world map and buy some land. We've got loads of cash to splash, and I'm pretty sure we've unlocked the new areas. Let's check out the milestones, actually. The next milestone is a big town, 500. Oh, and that's when we get blimps. Nice. Then we can make our completely sealed island that's only accessible by blimp. That's going to be where High Command is. Novosplovo High Command. We also get leisure specialization. But that's right. Oh, of course. I'm forgetting myself. In the last episode, we unlocked oil specialization. So let's put that to good use. Let's go to the world map and buy ourselves some more oil zones. Now, these two zones have a cross-section where the oil that we want is. So we're going to first up buy this area for 8 grand, but that's okay. Good natural resources. Bam. And then, oh, we can't buy anymore. Oh, damn it. We need to unlock another milestone. Well, we've got something to start working on right now. Before we get started on that, though, we're going to put a cheeky dump. We're going to take a cheeky dump out of the way. Now, also, another thing I noticed was the fact that the bay is getting pooed up to hell. And I'm not sure if this stuff washes away naturally. We had another pump, but where do we put that? We had another pump far away from civilization. Well, kind of far. But I can't remember where we plonked it. Ah, yeah, there it is, over here. So this is stinking up this bay now. So what I might do is put another sewage pump over here. And then erase that other sewage pump. That's what we're going to do. Man, it feels like you always have a plan going into an episode, but then it often turns into just tidying things up instead. So how can I do this without erasing some of these beautiful rocks? Man, I love rocks. We might have to get rid of this rock. Ah, well, never mind. Bam. Now we'll pipe it up. There we go. And that means we can delete this thing down here. Ugly. Ugly as sin. All right, and off it goes. And we can also get rid of, I think, maybe the power lines. Let's check that, though. Yeah, no, it's being fed from up there, so we can definitely delete this down here. So long, cabron. Get the hell out of Novosplovo. Right, so power is pretty good. Capacity is 144, and requirement is 104. So we've got 40 more giga megawatts until we're in the danger zone, the red zone. So let's look into turning this area into the sickle. Now remind ourselves where that area is, and then we'll go to the district tool and just color some more of that in. Whoops, Daffodil Park, I don't think so. Now this actually works, because if we have the handle over here, we can have the sickle bend around the part of the map that we don't control yet. But I'm not sure about that. I don't want this to be too close to Putin Plaza and all of the nice things over there. Now, it might also be quite costly to change some of this land. So let's take a look at what the costs are with landscaping down some of this zone. So if we want to make the brush big, and we want it as flat as it is over here, we could have it raised up slightly, because the oil doesn't care. But what's the button for leveling off? There we go. Level terrain. Level an area, click with the secondary mouse button to choose a target height, and then left click to make everything that height. So if we say about the level that this road's at, looks good, that was a right click. And then if we left click, okay, so it's not the cheapest of stuff, but that was $7,000. We just wasted $7,000 in cash for that tiny little bit there. Whew, this is going to be expensive. Well, let's remind ourselves where the oil exactly is. Okay, so if we give ourselves a zone here to flatten off, can I have this view while I landscape? No, I can't. So we're going to go off memory here. Now, I'm prepared to spend about 20 grand leveling this off. I think that's fair. Too much soil? What does that mean? How bizarre. Well, I guess fate has decided for us how much space we have over here for our oil zone. Man, this is gonna cost us a lot, and I think when later in the game, when we're starting to make mega bucks, we can start to flatten this out super proper. But for the time being, we're gonna have to settle for a small zone where we invest in oil. Now, this area here that connects to the hammer, these roads are quite big actually, so I think we can probably get away with having a road that comes away from there. Let's say a 2x2 lane, not a highway. Maybe not a one-way. Actually, maybe a one-way is exactly what we need. Like a one-way coming off and a one-way coming on. I don't think much oil goes to commercial districts, so that shouldn't be too much of a requirement. Let's just have it connect here so that it can't go through here and it can't upset Novosplovo Square. This place, by the way, has tidied itself up beautifully. We had a big problem over there with traffic, but it's totally fixed now. That's amazing. It's great stuff. So let's build a road network. And I'm not sure. Do we want... Yeah, there's no way this can be the sickle. There's no room and we can't plan ahead. So we're just going to make this the oil zone. And the oil zone doesn't necessarily have to be the sickle. We'll put the sickle somewhere where we have more space to get artistic. Maybe even over here. Could even be another industrial zone. Oh my god, but look at this. Very high demand for industry. So let's pull the trigger. 4-lane with bicycle lanes? No one takes a bike to work. Just go for a plain old 4-lane. Decorative. Does that cost more? Yeah, it costs slightly more. Man, road upkeep is quite a big deal, actually, especially early on in the game. So you don't want to be too wasteful with your roads. So remember, no curves in Novosplovo. That's not the kind of place we run here. It's not the kind of operation that we're going for. So we're going to go along there and then connect diagonally to this road. And bam, we have the makings of an industrial area over here. Now, how far can I go down with this road? That apparently works. Bam. And now I think we can probably go up here. And what we can do is we can make this area industrial, but it doesn't have to all be oil. So we can have just the oil area, this side of things. Let's remind ourselves where the oil is. So the oil is there. If we build a road across here, we can have this be oil, and then maybe this can be the industry that supports the oil. There's an idea. So roughly about there. And then bam, we have the makings of oil land. And we're going to build some smaller roads to come off here and give us more room to build inside here. I think this looks good. Oh yeah, perfect. Look at this. Now the sizing there is a bit off, but that doesn't matter. That's just a minor thing. Let's convert this now to industrial. Blip blop, and we'll put some here too, because this is on the edge of the oil as well. And now pause the game, because we don't want people moving in just yet. We want to make sure that this zone is designated as oil land. And let's just remove some of this edge as well. There we go. Amity Heights. Now that is no way to name an oil zone. Russia is owned by the oligarchs and the corporations, and not by the politicians, who are oligarchs and corporations, and criminals, and spies, former spies. Here we go. So this is the Gazpromenade. Promenade. There we go. Gazprom's an oil company, and a promenade's a place. So let's just change some of these policies. Okay, right. So this is a super industrial tech zone. So what do we want here? Extra insulation, no electricity for heat. Forbidden to use electricity for heating. Wow, so you can make people cold. Holy crap. Prefer ferries. High ticket prices. Raise public transport ticket prices by 25% to get more profit. This may result in less passengers. But if there's no way for them to get around apart from by, let's say, blimp, then that's going to be quite lucrative. City banning. Fast recovery. What are these things? No rebuilding. If something's destroyed. Wow. Anti-slip studs. Elderly by making less slip on icy streets. Wow, do old people slip and die in frozen cities? I had no idea. Studded tires. Increase the road. Costs. Cars requires to have studded tires. Cars resistant to small amounts of snow, keeping the traffic smoother. Even if there's snow on the roads. Well, there shouldn't be snow on the roads. We're not going to enable themes, but we are going to... How do we make a zone oil only? Aha, here we go. Right, so now we can set this zone to be, bam, oil zone. And the rest of it we don't really care about, but we do still want this to be industrial over here because, oh my god, the demand for industrial is skyrocketing. So let's put some more roads going through this thing. Oh, wait, what's this? Look at that trendy looking bridge. Although it does kind of make it very difficult to build there. Okay, let's keep it straight, remember? Bam. That's looking good. Now can this road... Oh wow, look at this! So that road can actually go underneath the bridge. Oh, that looks pretty trendy actually, I like that. It's not quite the sickle, but that's a pretty good look. Now, we might as well connect these up over here and here, because otherwise this road here is going to become a nightmare intersection. But also, maybe we can bring a road up here. Oh, I think we can, actually, yeah. And can we go further? Yeah, looks like we can. Can we connect this? No, can't connect that to that. Or that to that. Can go a bit diagonal, though. That's pretty trendy. And we're going to set this area as industrial as well. Because why not? Bam. Okay, now let's pull the trigger. Get some electricity down in here. Now, actually, we might be in luck. The electricity from this landfill over here might just bleed over and help us with this. But just in case it doesn't, we'll put give it a helping hand and put some power this way too. Okay, let's press go. Pick up the speed and watch these guys move in. Oh, wait. Nope, we need water as well. That beautiful grid. There we go, perfect. And bam, we have dudes moving in already. Oh yeah, and they're building quick. Now these are all oil specialization buildings. Oh, look at this. Yeah, look at the pipes, the tubes. It looks beautiful, all those silos. Oh, look at... Wait, we got to go back to normal speed here. Look at that thing pumping oil. Oh, yeah, nothing says Novosplovo like giant oil pumps digging into the ground and sucking it dry, drinking the milkshake of Siberia. Black gold, more like black milkshake. And also, looks like these buildings are being built, and yeah, the power over here doesn't matter because these buildings here are close enough to that one, and it looks like the power is spilling across. Oh yeah, beautiful. Beautiful! And this is helping our demand for industry, driving it down, and the taxes from these guys are through the roof. Look at this. Bam. Weekly income is skyrocketing. Now let's make sure that these guys like it over here by pausing the game and putting down some parks before they build too many buildings. Now again, some of these parks are pretty amazing. Look at this cargo yard. Fantastic. If we can plop this down, it's going to make these guys super happy to be in this region. What about this thing? This has no catchment area. Dream Tower under construction. This has no area of influence. This is obviously a Novosplovo sign. What about garages? Oh no, these garages have a nice big catchment area. Plus, they don't have to be attached to a road. What's the weekly cost on these? None. So we can bring up an area and put down some industrial garages. That's going to be amazing. Okay, well let's go to... Oh, looks like there's no space over here to put these things down. But we can put them on the edge over here, away from the road. But there's definitely some space here for some garages, so we'll put them down there too. Put one there. And I think one there. It's tricky kind of getting the area right, though. And we can put another one left of this, and we can move that one over to the left. How much are these, by the way? Oh, only cheap. And I think that's in a good spot. Let's check. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so that's brought that area up. And we can plump down some over here, I reckon. There's space. No, there's no space there. Now, there is some space here. Right-click rotates. Bam. And I think maybe behind these buildings as well will work. It's a nice cheeky way for us to get these industries super happy with us. Well, okay, let's press go and see what that's done to our happiness. So if we go back to the parks, and it was all red before because no one wants to live down here. The land value was super low even though there's oil here. But if we press go now, these guys happy? No. No, they're not. So it looks like these these garages have had a minimal effect on the happiness of these guys. Maybe we can put down some of these containers as well, because containers look cool. I like that. That looks cool. That's a cool look. Maybe they're not happy because there's not enough fire coverage. Let's take a look. Oh no, there really isn't. So maybe a fire station down here will help keep these guys happy too. Firehouse. We can put one down here on the corner, away from the oil. Perfect. Yeah, it's got them all happy. They love fire coverage. But what else do they like? They like security. So maybe a police station down here. We can probably have a police station that will cover both Lennon Industrial and Gazpromenade. If we put them over here, at least. Maybe even another fire station. Whoa, hang on a sec. No, we're a bit starved for cash at the moment. This police station looks reasonably priced, though. And it's the perfect size for here. Yeah, we can put one there. It's going to cover almost everything. Let's pull the trigger. Bam, lots of happy faces. Education, not really an issue. Mass transit, we haven't even looked at. We need to make a big mass transit hub for everybody to work with. But what's this? What are these yellow things? Are they shipping lanes? Or is that tide? Yeah, I think that's ferry lanes. Wow. So we could actually put some ferries in down here. Might be an option. Oh, what's this? We've got power issues down here. I think we might have a brownout. Yeah, we do. Bam. Let's press pause on that because it looks like we need some more coal to go down. That's right. You can never have too much coal power, but it is expensive. So it looks like we're going to have to pay off this loan while we can and take another one out. Bam. 20 grand in the bank, just enough to afford a power station, and that'll keep us in the green. Put it right next to this one. Yeah, why not? I want to keep all these guys pretty close together. They look pretty cool when they're next to each other as well. All right, well, thank you for watching City Skylines. This has been another episode where we take a closer look at Novosplovo, and we have the industrial zone down now. We have Gazpromenade. It's the place where we put all the oil tech, and this is super lucrative industrial zone. As you can see, our money is through the roof. Also, a big thanks to Seze for, oh my god, it's so bright, but the Novosplovo sign. Welcome, comrade, to Novosplovo. Look at all these guys coming out to see it as well. Crazy. But yeah, that's a very cool sign, so big thanks. If you have anything that you want to contribute, be sure to, and try and get a message to me to mention that you have done. And if it's as cool as this, it'll definitely go into Novosplovo. But until next time, guys, check out the collection that we've added, and take care.